you know what? I totally get that.
But Katie, I wasn't even there, for instance. And now
no, Paige. Honestly, I know that we've obviously we've spoke loads, in the past for the past.
Yeah, 100%.
But just the way yous are being triggered by stuff. How do you think that triggers me when that's actually something that has been that was hell that I went through, and I've worked so hard, and I still work so hard every single day to get through what happened to me, and that was massively triggering. So I get things are triggering for you, but just like you're saying now to me that it was shut down and it wasn't intended or whatever, that's the same for us now. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't intended like that, but it doesn't. It's just, this is how things can be twisted and turned on TikTok, but you're doing the same now for us. It wasn't intended like that. And Darren tried to come in yesterday to say his piece on what happened. He didn't raise his voice at first, and then Laura was shut up. I watched that live myself, and this is the thing, when you're being accused of being a racist just like that, yous have got your back up now about somebody in your box and you can't control them. How do you
can I just say sorry?
I just wanted the whole box thing. Sorry, 1 second, because the video that you just played, right? She said that, I brought up the DV thing, but she's racist, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how do we know that she even brought up the DV thing in my live?
That's recorded from your live. It's a screen recording from your live.
What I'm saying is, if they had said that about the DV, why? I don't get it. Why is it just a recording of the end? It don't make no sense.
The screen. Okay, the recording I've been sent is a screen recording of in your live, and she didn't get dropped, and she mentioned my DV multiple times, and there's a comment saying, what's the DV got to do with anything? And then she's apologised twice on it for bringing it up, and that's only the bit that I see in where she's apologising for. I don't know what. I can send you it over. I can send you it over. I've got it there. I can put it up if you want.
I'm going to download my live. I'm not having this narrative pushed on me. I'm sorry.
Kate, sorry. Can I just, I'm so ill, guys. I don't even have the capacity to do my normal shout over thing today. My thing is, Katie, I haven't actually openly said I knew anyone's racist. I'm not even called you and Darren racist. I've barely even got a chance to speak on it, obviously, because I wasn't even there yesterday. But me and Taurian, whoever's mouth it comes out of, it gets attached to. But like you just said, you're massively triggered. Obviously I've spoke to you and stuff like this before, and my close people know just because I don't speak about it a lot, but DV is also a massive, massive thing that triggers me. That's why last year on my platform, we don't just sit here talking about racism all day. We raised money last Christmas to make 15 hampers to take to a women's refuge that specifically, was there for women that had suffered from DV and SA. It's very, very close to my heart too. So whoever said that, Taurian shut it down, I would have also shut it down if I was there. We're also mad offended. The thing is that it's not the same narrative in terms of, offence, because we didn't say it, and I would never, ever, regardless of any argument we're having with racism, my biggest thing is we're not going to drag up anyone else's shit, or we're not going to do struggle or repression wars. And everyone knows that's my thing.
Do you know what? I get that, and do you know what? This whole thing isn't even about me. It's just the fact I'm only talking now because my DV did get brought up yesterday, and using it in the same category as, and it's a screen recording which I can send over. I can put it up, and she's clearly saying she is a racist. She is a racist. And she is has been through DV, and this it's got nothing to do with it anyway.
But they're just that's what I'm saying. What the same people that we're fighting against, okay, and we're trying to highlight. Even like I said with the Dan thing, I didn't personally want to talk about it. I'll be real. Obviously, you came up of your own accord, or nothing to do with the fact that we've spoken and stuff before. I'll just be real. You've got bigger problems. You've got a very, very sick child, and I think this is a discussion just for another day. I don't think it even needs to be something that we're sat here wasting time. Do you know what I mean? Discussing
it's the last thing that we do. We don't get involved in any drama on the app.
No, that's what I'm trying to just let me finish. That's what I'm trying to say. My thing was, I didn't sit there and scream. There was obviously, it's heightened emotion and stuff. My thing is, whether Darren's racist or not, like I said, we can have opinions, of course, but no one knows what goes on in someone's own home. But my thing was, it wasn't that. It was more of the fact of that just no one has that bit of sensitivity to think, maybe I won't, do you know what I mean? Or do this certain filter or say this certain word that I know is triggering or upsetting towards the community that's actually being triggered or, targeted right now on the internet.
No, we get that, but you've got to understand as well. Darren doesn't watch the FYP. Darren doesn't know
Okay, so
what's
do you
going
know
on
what?
with anything.
If that's the
whatsoever.
case, then if that's genuinely the case, then that's between you and your God. That that's the only person that can ever know who's telling the truth here. So there's not really much more to say on it. Like, we don't agree in DV. Whoever said that, like, use a better argument, because that's not helping us in the race discussion and topic. Okay, I'll be real. But if you're saying that, like, you know, he didn't know, and it genuinely was that's the only thing, it was a filter, then I feel like it's not a conversation we need to go over and over. Like, from, you know what I'm trying to say, like, the comments that are calling you the same comments that are calling you racist are probably the same comments that are coming to me and calling me racist. They're just trolls. You see what I'm trying to say? So
yeah, no, but I get that, but we just want to be stop being brought
that's
up
what I
in
mean. Like, the
things.
conversations will stop. It's not like Pal. He didn't sit there and scream and call someone an orangutan on the line. My thing is, like, between you and your God, you'll know. So I feel like I don't want to keep taking the topic of conversation away from the main objective, which is highlighting, you know, how people treat us on when we do call out racism. Like, even like this now with Darren, even people were offended. Instead of looking at, you know, how you felt and you know it's not true, also take the time to learn things and look at how the black people around were treated, in terms of, just because we disagreed with something, or say we called you something, same way this person might call that person a bitch, it doesn't allow, and it doesn't mean it's okay for people to start rolling in the racist. So
you know what, though, we get that, because Darren's experienced racism
that's what I'm
first
trying
hand.
to say. So take yourself and Darren, I'm saying, take yourselves out of it for a second. I'm saying, I know it's hard because you're both triggered, but I said take yourselves out of it. Look at the black community as a whole, and actually look at the have I shown you the some of the things that I've been getting? Like, look at this. Sorry, guys, I look so ill. You know, right now. These are the kind of messages I'm trying to say, yeah? Bear with me. That we've been getting. So my thing is, forget about what you're saying, your intent. Let's just realise that how easy it is for the general public, Katie and Darren, to be openly racist to a community that you say you back. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So let's all take ourselves and our bitchiness and our own personal opinions out of it right now, and actually look at the how easy it is and how racist people are that probably watch all of us. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely disgusting. No, that's absolutely, like, vile to the highest level of violence.
Off, like, black accounts. Why would they even say stuff like that? It's just wrong.
This is TikTok for you, isn't it? Though this is TikTok, because we've received, and no, this is going off subject, but we've received the most vile stuff about Ireland. You know what I mean?
I know.
So we completely get it, and that is absolutely disgusting. But all we want to do is just be completely left out of this now.
That's what I'm saying. So in terms of that, can we not just make peace with the fact, like I said, if you're saying that's what it was and you don't.
That's what we want. That's literally all that we want.
Can we also just realise?
Want any trouble with anybody? We just want to come and have our say.
My thing is,
I just say as well, it's not just trolls, by the way. Sorry, Paige. It's actually real life people that use accounts to do things for kids, like reptile shows and that. So it's not just trolls, guys. Sorry, that's all.
What I was going to say is, instead of going around and round and falling out, can we not just agree, okay, whether you intend, like I said, your intent in that terms, okay, that's between you and God. I can't physically prove it, nobody can. But in terms of, instead of arguing with us, can you not just stand with us and realise, as we've highlighted all the racism that comes off the back, I'm saying, off not just like comments, some creators so easily because they don't like us. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
You know what? I stand with anything that's morally correct on. Like, I don't really come live anymore, but when it was the Black House, and when it was all the things that I feel passionate about, I will stand together with, like, I don't come live, but when all that was going on with the Black House, I was jumping in boxes all the time because I feel so passionate about things like this. Like, we will completely stand with it, but we don't want to get called racist and have all this hate against us when it's the last thing on the planet that we are.
And I'm sorry, I have sat here the longest and very quiet for the longest time, and I really just want to get a word in edgeways because this is my problem. I never can. And then I feel like we're always forever raising his voices just to get heard. And firstly, I'm going to start by saying I can't apologise for the tone of my voice in day-to-day with this, because that's just my mood and the way I feel at the time. As you've just stated, and I don't want to have a go at you, because as you're aware, you did say we were friends on the app. I wouldn't say that far. And, I've supported, which I have supported a lot of people. It was brought up in the live yesterday about the video. And like I said, all right, unfortunately, you might not have been aware of the situation, but can you see how that's targeting, how I feel targeted with it, and other people do also, while all that's going off, because it was literally within 48 hours that was posted. Now, for me, honest to God, if you would have said, all right, shit, I'll remove it, that shows me Do you know what I mean? That you.
Wait. Can I just say something, please?
Do you know what, Laura? I totally get that.
No, please, can I finish my sentence?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I thought you'd finished, go ahead.
No, sorry, I was getting just interrupted. Now, despite that, and obviously trying to explain it, I'm not trying to be funny. There's this thing where I just feel some can't accept what's coming out of people's mouths. So if I'm saying that and I'm telling you it affects me, and it makes me feel some type of way, and I'm not speaking on behalf of everyone because I'm not the face of my race, but seems as I was called an orangutan on Friday, and that was posted literally within 48 hours, it did kind of feel that. Now, that said, and you hearing that from me, I'm not being funny, the best thing to do was just to take it down, instead of then obviously continuing alive and going on with certain people, yeah, that you know are against me, which when I'm sat at home behind the scenes watching this, the behaviour speaks volumes more so than words. Now, I don't want to argue. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I'm annoyed. I'm upset. I'm everything. And following this, with what was said in your live yesterday, for example, there's been posts made on me that I've called out your DV. I was in family court with DV. I would never. So there's a post out there saying I've done something with regards to your DV, and there was something else on there. That has all now gone back on me. When all I was trying to say, and I do apologise if my tone of voice doesn't suit each individual person, but it was just highly inappropriate at that time, yeah? So I just think the best thing to have done would to have been to have removed it, and then that's it. But this is why we've ended up here again 24 hours later. Because, all right, you don't want to remove it, that's fine.
Can I reply to that now? So, can I just reply to that? So, first of all, the video didn't get removed because there was no intent in it whatsoever. There was nothing, Darren, there was no intent whatsoever. So it was like, it's got nothing to do with that whatsoever. Then the first thing that we heard about was us being called out for being racist, instead of anybody coming to us and saying, right, this is really offensive, blah, blah, blah. Darren jumped in the live, hang on a minute, let me finish. Darren jumped in the live to say, do you know what? It wasn't meant like that. And he came in very calm and he got jumped on. And then, when you're being, hang on, let me finish talking. When you're being called a racist and you're getting jumped on, it's a bit like, well, do you know what? Fuck yous. That's just how it is. Laura, you're exactly the same. That's just how. You let me just calm down, I'm getting really bound up. Wait.
I don't even want to get you wound up.
That's how, do you know what? It's just because of the whole 24 hours, I had nothing to do with this. I've had no sleep because of obviously hearing what I heard on the live and being triggered. So let me just finish what I'm saying then. So, if it hadn't been done in a calm way, it would have been completely different, because Darren would never have a video up of anybody being triggered by something like that, but there was no intent there. That's why I didn't take it down. Then after he got jumped on yesterday in that live and got told to shut up, you're a racist, let me just finish, and I have got the proof, obviously the screen recording where we was getting called racists, then it would have been a completely different situation, wouldn't it? But it didn't. It turns into an argument, and then it turns into fuck you, da-da-da. And that's how it all goes on from there.
Do you know what? I get what you're saying. I 100% what you're saying, because listen, you know me, guys, everyone knows me. Take race out of it, just as humans, I'm a critical thinker. Okay, which means I play devil's advocate in every story. So 100%, okay, I get what you're saying. You felt attacked and offended and da-da-da-da-da. But like I said, let's just take it back to the whole topic of conversation in terms of what situations do, whether they're against us or not. Okay, it highlights the real bad racial issues around us. So we've all had a disagreement, etc., etc. Taurian got blamed, I got blamed, Laura got blamed for calling you racist, guys, and blah, blah, blah. But look how now we're all together. There's no trolls in the box. There's no trolls in the comments. And we all managed to keep our voices down. We're managing to have a calm conversation. So my thing is now, do you understand what Laura was saying in terms of...
No, I get that. This is what we tried to do yesterday, though.
So instead of arguing, I'm saying, do you see what I'm trying to say in terms of, instead of taking what's happened, even in the past 24 hours, and taking your own personal annoyances and stuff, let's take all of our egos out of it. Do you understand where Laura's coming from in terms of...
I totally understand, but do you know if this had been done yesterday, the correct way, like it's being done today, then none of this would have happened.
Sorry, I don't know your name, I'm just going by your title name.
Katie.
That's my thing.
Go on, Paige, go on.
Sorry, just really quickly. My thing is, though, Katie, we're annoyed because it doesn't matter how we deliver it, angry or calm. My thing is, darling, there shouldn't have been a... My thing was, like I said, it's the terms of offence, yeah? Whether you're meaning to or not, it's the sensitivity around every other community but black people. If there was a massive issue right now within the trans community, I know that people, even if you thought it might even if it wasn't offensive towards a trans person at all, yeah, one of your posts, if it had any incline, you'd think, let me just not post it because it's not the time. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So my issue is everyone.
Yeah.
This was obviously just bad timings, but...
No, but that's what I'm
it's
saying.
like-
So own that it was bad timing, darling. Take it down and think, do you know what? Was not the time to do.
Do you know what, Darren must have took it down? If we'd have jumped in that box yesterday...
As Laura just said to me, just said then,
Something
we
quick,
weren't
yeah.
best friends, but we still knew each other off the app. If she was really that affected by that post, if she would have just sent me a text saying, Darren, do you know what? I don't think that's appropriate. I really feel a bit triggered by that post. I would have took it down for us straight away because I wouldn't want to cause any offence to anybody. But it wasn't done like that, was it?
I can't, and I wouldn't, because you know what? You said yesterday that we were friends. Now, let's just really be honest, and we'll speak the truth. No, we're not friends, because the minute the whole situation everyone wants to victim shame me over, you picked your friend and you've never come back around since. Yeah, that's fine.
Just because I went in, just because I go into the live with him.
Live yesterday
In the comments, and then I got blocked from your live.
So you can't say we're friends and that I can send you a message, because the person who you have distanced me for was the person you went in live with straight after. So
But you do know that we don't choose sides with any... We don't get involved in any drama on the app.
About it when it was at the height of it all. So.
But you do know that we don't get involved in any... Like, there's people who don't speak to this person, who don't speak to this person, and we don't choose sides. We don't have the energy for it, Laura. It's nothing to do with us.
In my opinion, you have just... And that is your opinion, and it's fine. You have totally not come near me since. You chose who you believed, and that is you who you flexed with, as far as I'm concerned. So I can't message you on that basis. Please, can you understand that? I can't.
Guys, we were in a box with you. We were in a box with you a couple of months ago.
Guys, can I just quickly say,
after that situation,
I've just been watching off the FYP page, and can I just say, like, I'm mixed race myself, but I've got to just give a bit of a separate opinion because it just sounded a little bit one-sided. I'm going to agree with just Hardy's. If I wasn't intending it in a bad way, I wouldn't be taking the video down, because as soon as that video goes down, it looks like there was an intent.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, but for me, if that video was taken down, I'd be like, oh, well, it obviously did have an intent.
Okay, Tusha, and that also does make
can I
reply, Paige?
That's all I wanted to say, guys. I don't want to get involved in it. I was just watching off the FYP, but I do genuinely just think that if that video is taken down, if it was taken down, then if I was watching that, I'd think, well, you obviously meant something by it, because why would you take it down? To me, that's an admission of guilt.
No.
And do you know what, let me just pick up before I drop down. Do you know what, we're going to drop down now, because honestly we just don't need all of this right now. And
but this is what I'm saying. I don't want you to feel... Sorry, Kitty Cat, 1 second. I don't want you to genuinely feel like attacked, or do you know what I'm saying? It should have been just a conversation.
Do you know what, though? We massively do feel attacked, because we were outright called a racist on the last.
I get it, but so do what. So listen, Katie, my thing is though, and Darren, so do I, but I'm not taking it out on you guys. You see what I'm trying to say? So let's both of us take ourselves out of the situation and just really look at the bigger causes. We've all, do you know what I mean? We've all got to live harmoniously, like not just on this app, but in the real world. And like I said, the biggest thing to point out was that it highlighted the mass racists, okay? Not you guys, I'm talking about the people that are around us that are then attacked the black community. It's really highlighted that. So that's what I'm trying to say. Take all the offence out. If you didn't mean offence, like I said, I can't, none of us are here to, we're not God and judge and jury. No. I can't sit there and say to you guys what your intent was. You see what I'm trying to say? So if that's what you're saying and you didn't see nothing and that was not your intent, then that's cool, I'm saying. Let's move past it. I don't want a hate parade. You've got a very sick daughter.
We're happy with that. That's all we wanted in the first place. We're happy with that. And Laura, just to pick up on the DV stuff, I've been working all day today. I haven't even looked through. But anything, like, I don't know, any videos that have gone up where it said, that didn't come from your mouth. So obviously... we've got these hate pages against us on TikTok. You know, I can put the video up and it clearly says, and I'm saying it now on the live. I know that didn't come from your mouth. It did come from the live that it was on. The person wasn't removed from the box. their facts. She also calls us a racist, but it didn't come from your mouth. Unfortunately, we're going to get videos like this where they twist things to try and create hate against you. We've had it towards us the past couple of days with what's happened, but
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. And you've seen my messages. You've seen my messages. I'm sure yours have been horrible. So my point is, like you said, if intent's not the biggest thing, let's get back to the main factor. And if you, like you said, I'm sure you'll stand with us in the terms of like just fighting racism in general then, because you've seen the comments we've got of the backlash. So if your not intent wasn't to be that and it's not a gun you down thing and we're just going to move past it now, then I hope, do you know what I mean? Then in conversations, you will just sort of, do you know what I'm trying to say? If you see stuff in your comments, then and just
something. Sorry to interrupt you, darling.
Paige, can you rise Taurian, please?
Sorry, I'm a bit emotional. I don't know why I'm getting
I need to give my
upset.
mods rise powers because my boxes, I can't ever see them properly. I need to give my one sec. Sorry, go on.
I just want to say, Paigey, you've really helped me understand more about my daughter. My daughter's mixed race, and she tries to whitewash herself, yeah, and like she went through a lot of racial abuse when she went to school. So I was that mum at the school gates. You know, it's a very white area, and I'm with a black and Asian man. Okay, I'm Irish descent and grew up in a racist family because they didn't like the Irish. So my stepdad used to beat the shit out of me, and I've been through domestic violence. I've lived in refuge. So I'm sitting here crying. I'm so sorry. I feel like a right melt.
I'm so sorry, darling.
No.
I'm so sorry. This is the worst time to trouble. We are going to drop down now because we've got obviously either to sort out and stuff. But
Sending loads of love.
yeah, sending you loads of love,
Loads
and
of
we just
love,
want
guys.
this to all be dropped against us now. And Andy, I'm so sorry for what you're going through.
I feel sorry for everybody here, and I feel like my heart, because I'm an older woman, I'm older than you guys, and I've lived, you know, I've lived and I've seen everything. I've been, like I say, beaten by my stepdad for being Irish, and then I moved to London when I was 15, and it was black people who took me in. It was my ex, who's the father of my child, and they took me in. And had I not had that experience and been around, like, you know, G-Man, who's he's from Ghana, like, you know, all of them, like, all of his mates, they all stuck together because it's a predominantly white area. And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand to what extent it goes to. And I learned so much from them. And they took me in. I was very depressed at the time. I was, you know, I was a white woman. Yeah, I'm a white woman. So I had privilege. And I now know, and I've understood this by you, Paigey. So I want to say thank you to you because you've made me understand it more. Because I used to say to my partner, he was like, he's a black freedom fighter activist, and I'm like, please go out in the world and show them what you're made of. Like, God, he's brilliant at art. Yeah, he's so good at art. And I'm like, please go out in the world and show them what you're made of. And he was like, nah, what, for them to cuss me down? He said, for to work for the white man, he used to say. And I'd say, listen, it ain't for nobody, it's for you. And so I've seen it 101. I've had somebody, because he's in my passenger seat, I'm driving the car. Some white guys in a van stopped the car and spat on my car. Yeah.
Hey, Paige, can you rise Taurian, please? Sorry, Andy.
Is she in the... I can't see her in the box. Oh, she's in the box.
Yeah.
Taurian, let me just... If I give you rise powers, Taurian, can you rise yourself?
No, you mad.
Oh, damn it. Okay, I need to give my mom... Guys, I don't be looking. I'm so sorry. Okay, sorry. Carry on.
It's all right. So you know, it ended up no one ever invited my daughter to a party. Year after year after year after year, she was never invited because she looks white when she was young. Now she looks mixed. Because I'm Irish, I think our blood's like milk, and it's like, you know, I was like, she's so pale, but you know, her melanin's come out, and she's absolutely gorgeous. I love her to bits, but she straights her hair. She tries to make herself, because of what she went through school as a child. So I used to be waiting for the mums at the school gate, and I'd call them out, you racist bitch. And I said, like, by the end of it, I was like, I'm going to start knocking you lot out, because there were all the PTFA lot, you know, and I'm Irish descent. So I do think Irish and black people do have a lot in common. We do have a lot of generational...
100%, especially in England.
Yeah.
When it comes to England, we have a lot in common.
Of struggles.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do. And no one looked after me like my partner and his friend, like, they took me in, they healed me. I read all his books, his activism books, and now, you know, do you know why I think the minorities are? The minorities are, we're the majorities. Everyone here that is speaking up about this and that is like passionate about this and is, you know, the minorities are the racist, low-life scum who message you on fake accounts calling you the N-word. They're the minorities from now on, yeah? And us lot, we're the majority because all together, we stick together, yeah? I think Paigey, I can see you being a real activist. I feel the activist in you because I'm an activist for, I'm called Andy Marie Stop. I'm against forced adoption. So I protest against that. So that I'm very passionate about that because my daughter ended up getting taken into care because she turned to the streets because nobody would be her friend because she was white. So she mixed race. So she ended up hanging around with the travellers. And so all the travellers and all the mixed race kids in South London ended up grouping together because they were like the outcasts in inverted commas, yeah? So, and they all went off the rails and they all ended up in it's just yeah, to me, the minorities are you lot, you racist lot, yeah, that want to bring anyone down from a race or a culture, especially black culture. From what I've seen and been with a black Asian Armenian man and through his friends and having a mixed race child from what the hell she went through, she was self-harming it. She was SH at like 8-9 year old, you know. And I was like, what's going on? And she said, Mum, they make me want to feel like I want to kill myself at school. And it just broke my heart, man. It just, you know, like she's 20 now, she's home, she's fine. And I've told her, listen, Aisha, you do never deny your culture. You never deny who you are. If anyone asks you who you are, you tell them. You tell them your culture.
Loud and proud.
Exactly. I said, don't anyone ever make you feel you're any less than anybody else, yeah? If they don't like it, they can do one, all right? As someone who was in the 70s, as an Irish woman, we used to get beaten up a lot. We used to get, you know, it's no blacks, no dogs, no Irish, you know, all that. My dad had to sell the coat off his back to feed himself, and he was on the streets of London. My dad, you know, homeless, bless him. But I'm a multicultural. I'm so lucky because I've got a multicultural family, and like half my family are Pakistani because they're from Rochdale. I live in London. They're from Rochdale, so and we've got Asian, black. Do you know what I mean? We're such a mixed family. And I think going back to Pearl, I think she hasn't been around that. Me, because now I know and I've learned and I've observed and I've witnessed and I've learned about black culture and African culture, whatever descent, because the colour of your skin is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Just because honestly, because you need, anyhow. If anyone with half a brain would know, if you're close to the sun, you need melanin in your skin because the sun is hotter there. Do you know what I mean? Like, these people are not intelligent people. That's why you're going to be banging your head against the wall to try and educate these people, because I've been doing it a long time, because my daughter's 20 now, as you can imagine.
That's the thing, Andy. Every mixed race child needs a parent like you that is going to stand 10 toes and teach them how to deal with those situations and those people, and not in a victim manner. No. You're a very strong woman. I can hear that, and
thank you.
I just think that your daughter's going to be just fine because of you, not because of society, but because she has you.
Yeah. Can I just say something quickly as well? To everyone that thinks, sorry, darling, just 1 second, Andy Marie. Sorry, babe, just 1 sec. I know everyone keeps saying that we're banging our head against the wall and stuff like that, but if we all stop talking about everything that mattered to us, no matter what it was, okay, the world would be much more sheepish than it is now. It'd be boring. We'd all think the same things, and there'd be no difference of opinions. Like, if people didn't fight for what they stood for, then I don't get, do you know what I mean? Then how can you stand there and strong and say as a person you've got morals in the first place? I just think people need to understand if you don't agree with what we're saying, we're not just necessarily calling you racist. When you're agreeing with racists, guys, I've got a violation. I need to restart.
Paige, just 1 second before we restart. Hello, my beautiful. I just wanted to say, I've just been sent loads of screenshots of like some fake account coming in here saying horrific fucking things. And I just wanted to come in here and say that's not me.
I would never. Do you know what? I didn't even clock because I wouldn't even associate your name with it, Bob. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, there's an account that's got 33 followers and took my name and they're coming in here saying like vile racist comments. I don't know what's going on. Someone just screenshotted it to me and I just wanted to come in and say, obviously, that's not me.
Thank you. Do you know what? Not one single person in there, Grace, even thought to call out your name or no one even associated it with you. Don't worry. We know.
It's not your energy.
Stand strong and who don't.
That is not my energy at all.
Don't worry, I got you, babe.
But big love, everyone in the chat and in the boxes. Sorry about that.
No worries. I'm going to restart quickly.
Hello.
The haters hate.